Hello, Zoo Med fans. We're here at AnimalCon 2023, getting to the end of day 3, and I'm here with Jay Brewer from the Reptile Zoo.
How you doing today?
Good. Do you want to tell our fans a little bit about who you are and what you do?
I just love animals. I like playing with Reptile. I like all different kinds of animals. Snakes. I started out with just almost exclusively reptiles. That's really not true. I bought a regular pet store, but with the focus of growing my reptile park, because that was my real passion. Here I am today. I do a lot of social media. You might recognize me. And we actually got even a TV show now. What the heck, right?
Wonderful. How can they find that?
It's actually it's on Roku channel, and it's called Reptile Royalty. And as they would always tell me, streaming free on Roku channel.
Streaming free.
Kind of fun, right?
Yeah, right. How long have you been doing this?
Actually, this is my 37th year, I think. 37th year.
So a little while.
Yeah, a long time. I remember when Gary, this was just an idea. Zoo Med was actually started at Cal Zoo.
Sure. Yep.
That's what. So I didn't know Zoo Med was actually completely out before then. Yeah. So that's almost 40 years ago. So
yeah, it's been a long time now.
Yeah,
it's amazing how time flies.
Yeah,
well, fun, right?
I just got cheated out of 10 years. You said how many years has this been going?
It's so where are we at? About 45.
So that's so it's about 7. I came in about 7 years into it, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. So what led to? Where did you start? I mean, you didn't start with a zoo. Where did you start in reptiles?
Well, I basically started with a pet store, and the pet store, I decided that I, went from a pet store to breeding. I really like the idea of breeding them in captivity because I like the idea of saving them from being pulled out of the wild.
Sure.
To be completely honest, being able to breed them in captivity, learn to understand them, let them reproduce was really, so I started going a little bit leaning into that. And then in the 90s, things kind of got weird, and I had to make some changes to be able to pay for everything. So I started doing education, which is something I wanted to do anyway. So we did schools and different things. After doing education was going into social media because I decided, hey, education, entertainment, it's kind of the same.
Yeah.
At least for me, because if you can't learn unless you're having a good time. I named our company Jurassic Parties because it was like, I pronounce it on purpose, Jurassic, like crazy, like wild,
Yeah.
So I always played on that term. Used to say when I bring animals, a party breaks out. You know what I mean? Because people love animals, and I like animals, and I like people. So that I found that was the glue that really made me want to do social media, and it was really fun teaching people and having people excited about. Even people. I like the idea of a community.
Sure.
I like the idea of the animals being that atomic connection. And I think we're all connected to animals more than we realize.
Absolutely.
And the people that aren't connected to animals is because they didn't ever have an opportunity.
I agree with that. Yeah, a lot of the times I've talked to a lot of content creators over the weekend, and a lot of them have had the same theme. They just like connecting people with animals. And I believe that you're very true. There's the only people who haven't had connected with animals because they just haven't had the chance.
I get thrown under the bus a lot for saying people before animals, but I'm a people before animals person. Mm-hmm. I want to bring as much as I can to people, and the animals give me an opportunity to do that. But I love animals. I mean, they drew me in like a magnet. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And I think so many kids don't get an opportunity. And I came from a really underprivileged situation, really poor, had nothing. For me to be able to have kids come in with their family. And so there's the zoo, right?
Yeah.
So now I needed a way to.
When did the zoo start, by the way?
It started in 2008.
Okay.
I don't know the exact year. I think it might have been officially 2009.
Okay.
Like I think if we go back and I ask Gary, I think year 7, that year he started probably was in this back room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
And,
sure.
There's unofficial starts, and then of course we always go back to the official start. Because we realize, well, when did it really start? Because every good thing comes before first with a dream, right?
Right. Absolutely.
And that's why I always tell you live in the dream, right? Because I mean, the idea is that if you have a dream, you're going to get there. But actually, I guarantee Gary never dreamt he could get where he got. And therefore, he's living the dream too. And if hopefully he'll watch this.
So outside of your new show that you have right now, if people are still watching on social media, what platforms are you on?
I'm on a lot of platforms. We got TikTok, we got Snapchat, we got Instagram, and we got Facebook. That's the real beef of it.
But people should be watching your show though, right?
Oh, I think they should be doing it all. I mean, what I mean by that, it sounds like self-serving, but they're all a little different, so find the one that you like. The show is more like just a day-to-day. Mm-hmm. It isn't focused in yet on my real passion, but they have to build characters. You know, my family's in it. They got to build the real picture. And so hopefully we got another season coming.
Wonderful.
And maybe then we'll go on some adventures.
So being that we're at AnimalCon, and this is a convention gathering creators from all over, well, the world.
Yeah.
You know, we have the younger generation might be looking at this and going, well, how can I do that? You
I've
know,
met some of those younger generations, right?
What advice do you have to give to those that might be thinking about this?
I think that you need to look at everybody, but then make your own idea of what you want to do, because I think that we're taught a lot to like try to be like somebody else. And when we go to be like somebody else, I think we're going to be, say, a counterfeit of that person. And instead, if you look at the overall and find your own personal part and your own personal passion, then people are going to want to follow you, because now it's you they're following and not a copycat, you know? And so I think that we sometimes get in each other's lanes, and we really should all figure out what we really love and chase it with as hard as we can. And everybody will like to be, you'll find those people that are the same like you, that love what you do, and they'll follow what you learn, what you want to teach. You'll basically end up learning what you love.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jay.
Pleasure.
Really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of AnimalCon.
Oh, have a great day.